Good morning. Today we will discuss about the tissue. Now, before starting the tissue, we must understand that what is will be the objective of the tissue, then the learning outcome of the tissue. So, and why we are studying about the tissue? If we can understand these terms, the objective, what will be the outcomes, then it will be enough good. So first, let's see the what is the scope. This subject is designed to impart the fundamental knowledge on the structure and function of the cell and their organization. So, also help in understanding the both homeostatic mechanisms, provide the basic knowledge required to understand the various discipline of the pharmacy. If you see the objective, then you will understand they are talking about the gross morphology, structure, function of various tissue and organs of the human body, homeostatic mechanism, their imbalance is there, various tissue and organ different system of the human body. You can perform the various experiment that will be specific for the tissue and their coordination, because in the organ there's a different type of the tissue can made up of the organ. How can they coordinate, how can they function to each other? Now, learning outcomes, what will the learning outcomes? So after completing this topic, you will be able to understand the different type of the tissue and their function and their role in the human body, like the epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscular tissue, nervous tissue, how it is structured, and what will their physiology. You can understand it and you can explain it. You can understand the organization, structural organization of a individual on every organs. Now come to the part. The term tissue is used to describe a group of the cell found together in the body. Tissue is a group of cell, as like earlier we discussed that group of the cell called the tissue. So there are the four main type of the tissue: epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscular tissue, and nervous tissue. And they have a specific function. That is the reason they are categorized in a different category. Epithelial tissue having some specific function, connective tissue have some specific functions, muscular tissue have some specific function, and the nervous tissue having some specific function. So if they are categorized according to that function, so according to function they can be categorized. If there is any disruption occurred, any type of the disruption occurred that is giving some sign and symptoms of the injury or disease, these all things can be detected by the histology. That means tissue examination. Histo means tissue and logy means examination. So by studying the tissue, by observing the tissue, by appearing the tissue to see their functions, we can tell them that this particular organ having a injury or any type of disease or not. Now, these are the four categories of the epithelial tissue, and every tissue having a specific function. That is the reason these are categorized into category. So, the first, if you're talking about the epithelial tissue, you will know that epithelial tissue mainly refer to the as a seat of the cell, जो सेल के ऊपर एक लेयर बनाती है, seat of the cell, cover the exterior surface of the body, lines, internal cavity, passageway, glands. So these all is covered with the epithelial tissue. Second will be connective tissue, as the name indicated, connective. So it's gonna to bind, it's gonna to connect. So connective tissue will help together to bind the cell and organs of the body. जो बॉडी के ऑर्गन्स हैं, जो बॉडी के सेल्स हैं, इसको एक साथ बांध के रखने का काम करते हैं. दैट इज द रीजन इट इज कॉल्ड द कनेक्टिव टिश्यू. So it help to bind the cell and organ of the body together and function in the protection, support and integration of all parts of the body. So body के हर एक parts में it will play their roles, because in every organ it needs to connect, to binds to someone else. So it help in the protection, it help in the support and the integration. Third will be the muscular tissue या muscle tissue. Muscle tissue is excitable. Okay, it's excitable, responding to a stimulation and contracting to provide the movement at occurs the three major types. So you when you will gonna to elaborate, when you gonna to understand, when you gonna to explain the muscular tissue is gonna to respond against the some stimulation. So it has the excitability property. Excitement is there. It can be categorized into three major types: skeletal muscles, smooth muscle, and cardiac muscle in the heart. Then the fourth tissue will be nervous tissue. Nervous tissue is also excitable tissue, allowing the propagation of electrochemical signal. Just like in the last classes, I taught you about the nerve conduction, action potential, how it will travel, how it will goes. So we'll say nervous tissue is also excitable, and the propagation of the electrochemical signal, or you can say the nerve potential, or you can say the action potential, in the form of nerve impulse. And what is the function of these nerve impulses? These nerve impulse communicate between the different region of the body. We know every organs inside the body playing their role, a specific function, every organ having a specific functions, and these organs are gonna to communicate to each other to make a balance in the body, to make the homeostasis in the body. So to maintain the homeostasis, to make the balance, these organ must need to communicate between them. An organ, two organ can communicate by these action potential, these nerve impulses that is generated by the nervous tissue, nervous cells. So you can see here in the images, there's the nervous tissue like the brain, spinal cord, and the nerves is there. Epithelial tissue lining the lining of the gastrointestinal tract, the GIT organs, other hollow organs, skin surface. These all are the epithelial tissue. Muscular tissue that will made up of the cardiac muscle, smooth muscle, and the skeletal muscle. And connective tissue like the fat and other soft padding bones and tendons. These all will be connective tissue. Now, after these things, there's another thing that will be the tissue membrane. What will be the tissue membrane? Tissue membrane is a thin layer of sheet of cell. Tissue membrane is a thin layer or sheet of cell sorry, that cover the outside of the body. टिश्यू मेम्ब्रेन इज अ थिन लेयर और अ सीट ऑफ सेल. एक थिन लेयर होगी या एक सीट होगी किसकी, सेल्स की, जो कवर करेगी किसको, आउटसाइड ऑफ द बॉडी लाइक द स्किन. द ऑर्गन pericardium, internal passageway that leads to the superior body, lining of the movable joint cavity. So these all having some superficial layer, tissue membrane. So there are the two basic type of the tissue membrane is present: connective tissue and epithelial membrane. Connective tissue and epithelial membrane. The connective tissue membrane is formed solely from connective tissue. Connective tissue जो होंगे वो किसके बनेंगे? Connective tissue membrane is formed by the connective tissue, and these membrane encapsulate the organ like the kidney and line our movable joints. जैसे हम किडनी की बात कर लें, joints की बात कर लें, तो they are encapsulated. जो connective tissue है इसको क्या है, इसको घेरी हुई है, encapsulated की हुई है. Okay, so these membrane encapsulated the organs like the kidney and the joints. A synovial membrane is a type of connective tissue membrane. अगर आप synovial membranes की बात करें, you know in the joint there is a synovial joint. Synovial joint contains the synovial fluid having the synovial membrane. So these membrane are the connective tissue membrane which composed of connective tissue and lines the cavity of a freely movable joints. और ये क्या करती है, उस cavity के चारों तरफ एक lines बनाती है, एक sheets बनाती है, एक membranes बनाती है, एक परत बनाती है, जिससे वो joint freely move करने में help करते हैं. जैसे shoulders में होते हैं, elbow में होते हैं, knee में होते हैं. सो इन सारे जॉइंट्स में, चाहे हम शोल्डर के जॉइंट्स की बात कर लें, एल्बो के जॉइंट्स की बात कर लें, नी की जॉइंट्स की बात कर लें, यू कैन मूव फ्रीली दीज जॉइंट्स. Shoulder, you can rotate your hands with the help of the shoulders. Even the elbow, you can move your hand. Knee, you can move your leg. So these are the freely movable joints, synovial joints. And the membrane inside that called be synovial membrane. So it is a connective tissue membrane. So tissue membrane is two type: connective tissue membrane and epithelial tissue membrane. Fibroblast in the inner layer of the synovial membrane release the hyaluronate into the joint cavity. Now fibroblast is there, the immature cell. Okay, so these fibroblasts in the inner layer of the synovial membrane will release the hyaluronan. Now this hyaluronan trap available the water to form the synovial fluids. अब joints में synovial fluids बन रहा है, कैसे बनेगा? Because synovial membrane, these connective tissue membrane will release the hyaluronan into the joint cavity. ये hyaluronan release करती है, chemicals release करती है. This hyaluronan will trap the available water. जो waters वहाँ पे present हैं, जो waters move कर रहे हैं, जो fluids move कर रहे हैं, उनको trap करती है, उनको capture करती है, उनको पकड़ लेती है और एक fluid बनाती है, जिस fluid को बोलते हैं हम synovial fluids. और इसका nature कैसा होगा? What will be the nature of synovial fluids? Natural lubricant. It is a natural lubricant. You can't made it. आप इसे नहीं बना रहे हो, ये naturally body में बन रही है. And it act as a lubricant, so it will be a natural lubricant that enables the bone of a joints to move freely against one another without much friction. The synovial fluids readily exchange the water and nutrients with the blood as do all body fluids. Now, this will act as a natural lubricant. And what is the role of lubricant in the joints? You know, in the joints, if there is a no lubricant, then the friction will be there when the joints move. Yeah, when you want to walk, when you will move, the bones are gonna to rubbing each other. These are the bones, and between their bone, it's a lubricant. So that lubricant will help the bones to freely move. So the bone cannot be rubbed. And if bone is rubbed, what will happen? The friction will be there. Okay, the energy will be released. So that energy, and due to the friction, bone are gonna to disrupt. Pain will be there. Inflammation will be there. You know the one disease that will be the arthritis. Yeah, you can say the gout, जिसको हिंदी में गठिया भी बोलते हैं. In old, mostly in old episode, because in that cases the lubricant is gonna to destroy and the bone is gonna to weak. And in that condition, what happened? Now this lubricant is not working. The lubricant is gonna to end. Lubricant is destroyed, reduced. So if the lubricant is decreased, the bone and bone gonna to rub each other and causes the friction, and that will be painful. And like the other fluids, synovial fluids is also having the exchange the water and nutrients with the blood. So this lubricant will help the freely move joints is possible. And how natural lubricant form? With the synovial membrane. Synovial membrane release the hyaluronan, and this hyaluronan trap the water and form the synovial fluids. The epithelial membrane is composed of epithelium attached to a layer of connective tissue. The epithelial membrane is composed of epithelium. अब epithelial membrane किसकी बनी है? Epithelials की बनी है. We are talking about the two tissue membrane, connective tissue membrane or epithelial membrane. So epithelial membrane is composed of the epithelium cells, जो attached होती है किससे? Connective tissue से. For example, your skin. Mucous membrane is also composite of the connective and epithelial tissue. अगर हम mucous membrane की बात करें, ये भी connective और epithelial tissue से बनती है. Sometimes called mucosa. These epithelial membrane lines the body cavity and hollow passageway to open the external environment. and include the digestive system, respiratory system, excretory, reproductive system. ये जो epithelial membranes है, it lines the body cavities and hollow passageway, and especially those hollow passageway that will open to the external environment like the mouth. Our hollow passageway, esophagus, going to open into the mouth, and mouth have open into the external environment. The external environment is can directly contact with the mouth. The respiratory system like the nose open in the external environment. Okay, so these are the gonna to the example. Same way like the reproductive tracts we have that will open in the external environment. So the mucus produced by the epithelial exocrine glands cover the epithelial layer. So जो mucus released होती है, produced होती है by the epithelial glands, exocrine glands, it cover the epithelial layer. So the underlying connective tissue called the lamina propria helped support the fragile epithelial layer. A serous membrane is an epithelial membrane composed of mesodermally and derived epithelium called mesothelium that is supported by connective tissue also. So the skin is an epithelial membrane also called a cutaneous membrane. जो स्किन है उसमें भी एक epithelial membrane होती है जिसको हम क्या बोलते हैं, cutaneous membrane बोलते हैं. Stratified squamous epithelial membranes होंगी ये जो resting होंगी on the top of the connective tissue, and the apical surface of this membrane is exposed to the external environment and is covered with the dead keratinized cells that help to protect the body from the desiccation and the pathogen. So the apical surface of this membrane, हम cutaneous membrane की बात कर रहे हैं, स्किन की बात अगर हम करें, स्किन की बात कर रहे हैं. ओके, स्किन इज एन epithelial membrane also called cutaneous membrane. So it is a stratified squamous epithelial cell, stratified squamous epithelial membrane that will resting on the top of the connective tissue, and this exposed to the external environment and covered with the dead keratinized cells. That is the reason is called the keratinized. Okay, so and it will help. Why it will help? Because it will be help to protect the body from the desiccation and the pathogens. Non-keratinized cells will be also there. You can see these are the mucous membranes line the digestive, respiratory, urinary, and reproductive tracts. Serous membrane, the body cavity is closed. Cutaneous membrane or the skin covered the body surface, and synovial membrane for the joints. Now the first epithelial tissue. Now we are going to start the four major type of the tissue. The first one is the epithelial tissue. In epithelial tissue, that will cover the body surface, lines the body, cavity, and ducts from the glands, and they are subdivided into the covering and lining epithelium and glandular epithelium. Epithelial tissue will cover the body surface, lines the body cavity, and ducts, and form the gland. And it can be divided into covering and lining epithelium and glandular epithelium. So epithelium tissue को हम दो पार्ट्स में डिवाइड कर सकते हैं. एक तो कवरिंग या लाइनिंग एपिथेलियम हो सकता है, दूसरा कौन सा हो सकता है, ग्लैंडुलर एपिथेलियम. ओके, सी कवरिंग एंड लाइनिंग एपिथेलियम से अगर हम बात कर रहे हैं, when we are talking about the covering and lining epithelium, it forms the other covering of external body surface. It forms the outer covering of the external body. Covering and lining, that means it covers someone and it lined. It forms the outer covering of external body surface and outer covering of some internal organs. Either it can be covered the some external body surface or some internal organs. It also lines the body cavity, interior of respiratory and GIT tract, blood vessels, ducts, nervous tissue. So this all is covered and lined by the epithelium cells. So this covering and lining is classified on the basis of the arrangement of layer and cell shape. Okay, ओके, सबसे पहले क्या था, सबसे पहले एपिथेलियल टिश्यू। एपिथेलियल टिश्यू कौन सी टिश्यू होती है, वो टिश्यू होती है जो बॉडी सरफेस को कवर करती है और लाइंस करती है। सो अगर कोई भी बॉडी सरफेस सेल्स को लाइनिंग की जा रही है, कैविटी को लाइनिंग की जा रही है, डक्ट्स को लाइनिंग की जा रही है, तो कौन सी हो जाएगी, एपिथेलियल टिश्यू हो जाएगी। और एपिथेलियल टिश्यू किस दो कैटेगरीज में डिवाइड कर सकते हैं, कवरिंग एंड ग्लैंडुलर। एक तो कवर कर रही है, दूसरा ग्लैंडुलर एपिथेलियम। अब कवरिंग की अगर बात कर रहे हैं हम, जो किसी भी ऑर्गन्स को, एक्सटर्नल ऑर्गन्स हो सकते हैं, इंटरनल और एक्सटर्नल बॉडी सरफेस हो सकते हैं, और इंटरनल ऑर्गन्स हो सकते हैं, इनको कवर करने का काम कर रही है। सो कवर करने के कई तरीके हो सकते हैं। सो इट कैन बी क्लासिफाइड अकॉर्डिंग टू देयर अरेंजमेंट ऑफ सेल एंड देयर शेप। एक तो सेल के अरेंजमेंट के अकॉर्डिंग हम इसको क्लासिफाई कर सकते हैं, और दूसरा उसके शेप के आधार पे। नाउ सी, according to the arrangement of layer covering and lining the epithelium is grouped into these are the following. So arrangement of layer के अकॉर्डिंग हम कर सकते हैं सिंपल एपिथेलियम। अभी हम किसकी बात कर रहे हैं, अरेंजमेंट ऑफ लेयर के अकॉर्डिंग, अभी हम शेप की बात नहीं कर रहे हैं। ओके, सो दिस एपिथेलियल टिश्यू subdivided into covering and lining and glandular epithelium. So covering lining को हम divide कर सकते हैं on the basis of arrangement of layer। सबसे पहला है simple epithelium and it is specialized for absorption and filtration with minimal wear and tear। और किसके लिए स्पेशलाइज्ड है सिंपल एपिथेलियम सेल्स, फॉर द एब्जॉर्प्शन एंड फिल्ट्रेशन विद द मिनिमम वियर एंड टियर। बहुत कम इसमें टूट फूट के चांसेस हैं और इजिली ये एब्जॉर्प्शन एंड फिल्ट्रेशन में हेल्प करेंगी, और ये सिंगल लेयर्ड होंगी। दैट इज द रीजन आई टोल्ड यू अकॉर्डिंग टू द अरेंजमेंट ऑफ लेयर। सो सिर्फ एक लेयर की सेल्स होगी कॉल्ड सिंपल एपिथेलियम, स्ट्रेटिफाइड एपिथेलियम, मेनी लेयर्ड। स्ट्रेटिफाइड एपिथेलियम कितने लेयर की हो जाएगी, मेनी लेयर्ड एंड फाउंड इन एरिया विथ हाई डिग्री ऑफ वियर टियर। जिस एरिया में ज्यादा वियर और टियर के चांसेस होंगे, ज्यादा जहां पे ज्यादा वर्कलोड्स होंगे, ओके, मोर वर्कलोड इज मोर functions is there's a more chances to wear the responsibility, wear the functions, and chances to break the cells. So that will be the stratified epitheliums, okay, many layers. So simple epithelium single layer, stratified epithelium many layers, and pseudo stratified it will be a single layer but seems to have the many layer। होगा तो एक single layer का, but it looks like they have the many layers। That will be called the pseudo stratified। Pseudo stratified, it is a single layer but looks like many layers they have, so it is called the pseudo stratified। So according to the arrangement of layer, you can tell that epithelium having the simple epithelium, stratified epithelium, and pseudo stratified। Now according to the cell shape, you can say epithelial lining of the epithelial is according to cell shape can be grouped into the squamous। squamous का मतलब flat or scale like structure। So if these cell are the flat or scale like structure, it's called squamous। if it is a cube like structure, it is called cuboidal। it is a column like structure, yeah, tall structure, cylindrical structure, it will be called the columnar। and if combination of the cell shape found, it will be called the transitional। जहां पे कॉम्बिनेशन होंगे सेल शेप्स की, वो हो गए ट्रांजिशनल सेल्स हो जाएंगे, ट्रांजिशनल एपिथेलियम्स हो जाएंगे। There is a great degree of distension or expansion। These may be the cuboidal to columnar, cuboidal to polyhedral, and cuboidal to squamous। So these all will be the according to the arrangement cell shape। Now you can see here, these all things is tabulated in one figure। So all things are managed in only one figure: simple and stratified, squamous, cuboidal, columnar। That means according to the arrangement of layer, cell can be three types: simple cell, the simple epithelium, stratified epithelium, and pseudo stratified। So you can see the column. First column is the simple, that is the all made up of the only one cell. Stratified, all made up of the more than one cell, and pseudo stratified, it is a one cell but looks like more than one, okay। Now see, the first one is the squamous. Squamous word means flat. So you can see it is a simple squamous epithelium, that is flat structure. Stratified squamous epithelium, flat structure. Simple cuboidal structure, first column, second row. Okay, so simple cuboidal epithelium is there. Then stratified cuboidal epithelium is there. Simple columnar, stratified columnar, and pseudo stratified columnar epithelium. So epithelium cells, the covering and lining can be classified according to the arrangement of layer and according to their cell shape. Now come in the elaboration of these points. Therefore, considering the number of layer on cell shape, we can classify covering and lining epithelium into the following groups. Like the first one is the simple epithelium. Simple epithelium having the simple squamous epithelium. Go back, as you can see, simple epithelium having the simple squamous epithelium. Then simple cuboidal epithelium. अब simple cuboidal epithelium हो सकते हैं भाई। अगर सिंपल है, एक सेल्स का है, वन सेल से बना हुआ है, ठीक है, वन लेयर्स का सेल है, तो स्क्वेमस हो सकता है, फ्लैट हो सकता है तो सिंपल स्क्वेमस है। अगर क्यूब का स्ट्रक्चर हो गया तो सिंपल क्यूबाइडल हो जाएगा। और अगर कॉलम का स्ट्रक्चर है लेकिन वन सेल का ही है तो सिंपल कॉलमनर एपिथेलियम। ठीक वैसे ही अगर स्ट्रेटिफाइड है, मोर देन वन सेल है, तो स्ट्रेटिफाइड है सेल। बट अगर फ्लैट है तो स्ट्रेटिफाइड स्क्वेमस हो जाएगा। क्यूबाइडल है तो स्ट्रेटिफाइड क्यूबाइडल्स हो जाएंगे। और यदि कॉलमनर है तो स्ट्रेटिफाइड कॉलमनर हो जाएंगे। ठीक वैसे ही स्यूडोफाइड है। Pseudophyte अगर column structure में तो pseudophyte stratified columnar epithelium. So here's the things. Simple epithelium में it can be divided into simple squamous epithelium that will contains a single layer of flat scale-like resemble tile floor. It is highly adapted to diffusion, osmosis, and filtration. Thus, it lines the air sacs of lungs in kidney, blood vessels, and lymph vessels. B सिंपल क्यूबाइडल एपिथेलियम, सिंपल है तो सिंगल लेयर का होगा, बट स्ट्रक्चर क्या होंगे, क्यूब लाइक स्ट्रक्चर होंगे। सो फ्लैट पॉलीगॉन that covers the surface of ovary, line the interior surface of the lens of the eye, retina, tubes, kidney. So these are the simple cuboidal epithelium. You can see the images are here. Simple cuboidal epithelium is here. Simple column epithelium, similar to the simple cuboidal. It is modified into the several ways depending on location and function. It lines the GIT, gallbladder, excretory ducts, many glands, function, secretion, absorption, protection, lubrication. Okay, so these are the simple components. दूसरा है stratified epithelium. Stratified epithelium, it can present in those area who have the high wear and tear, high degree of wear and tear, and it having the more than one layers. So it will protect the underlying the tissue from the external environment and from wear and tear. So if stratified having the squamous structure, it will be stratified squamous epithelium. In this type of epithelium, the outer cells are flat. जो outer cells होंगी वो क्या हो जाएंगी, flat हो जाएंगी, because it's a squamous. Stratified squamous epithelium is subdivided into two based on the presence of keratin. These are non-keratinized and keratinized stratified squamous epithelium. Stratified है, that means more than one layer है, squamous है, flat है. So according to the this stratified squamous epithelium can be divided into keratinized and non-keratinized on the basis of presence of keratin. So keratin के बेसिस पे हम stratified squamous epithelium को दो पार्ट्स में डिवाइड कर सकते हैं, या तो इसमें केराटिन होगा या तो नहीं होगा। नहीं है तो नॉन केराटिनाइज्ड, और है तो केराटिनाइज्ड स्ट्रेटिफाइड स्क्वेमस एपिथेलियम। नहीं है, दैट मींस नॉन केराटिनाइज्ड जो सेल्स होंगे इज फाउंड इन द वेट सरफेस दैट आर सब्जेक्टेड टू कंसिडरेबल द वियर एंड टियर। नॉन केराटिनाइज्ड जो सेल है जिनमें केराटिन प्रेजेंट नहीं है, ये कहाँ पाया जाएगा, वेट सरफेस पे, जहाँ पे जो सरफेस हमेशा वेट रहता है, गीला रहता है। जैसे माउथ की बात कर ले, टंग्स की बात कर ले, वजाइना की बात कर ले, और जहाँ पे वियर और टियर के चांसेस भी थोड़े से कंसिडरेबल्स होते हैं। In keratinized stratified squamous epithelium, the surface cell of this type form a tough layer of material containing keratin. चूंकि इट्स केराटिन है इसमें, so it's tough layer फॉर्म करेगा. तो इसमें स्किन की बात कर लेते हैं. चूंकि केराटिन इज अ वाटरप्रूफ प्रोटीन, so it resists the friction and bacterial invasion. सो इट्स वाटरप्रूफ होता है, तो फ्रिक्शंस और जो बैक्टीरियल इन्वेजन्स होते हैं, जो पैथोजेन के अटैक्स हो सकते हैं, माइक्रोब्स, बिकॉज आवर स्किन इज जस्ट एक्सपोज टू द एक्सटर्नल इन्वायरमेंट. हमारी जो स्किन है वो इंटरनल इन्वायरमेंट को एक्सपोज्ड है. वी आर ऑलवेज 24 hours in the contact with the external environment. So there's the chances to that a pathogen, a microbes, a microorganism, bacteria can goes and penetrate. But if it is a matter of the keratin, it is not possible. Then stratified cuboidal epithelium is there, rare type of epithelium, and it is found in the sweat glands, duct, conjunctiva of eye, and the cavernous urethra of the male urogenital system, pharynx, epiglottis. So it will be, main function is secretion. Stratified cuboidal epithelium. Then stratified columnar epithelium, uncommon to the body. Stratified columnar epithelium is found in milk duct of mammary glands and the anus layer. It functions in protection and secretion. Transitional epithelium. The distinction is that the cell of the outer layer in transitional epithelium tends to be large and rounded rather than flat. The feature allows the tissue to be stretched without the breakage, and it found in urinary bladder and part of ureter and urethra. Transitional epithelium, if you remember, I told you when more than of the combination is there, it will be transitional. So this feature will allow the tissue to be stretched without the breakage, and that is the reason this type of the epithelial layer will present in the urinary bladder, ureters, and urethra. Then next will be pseudo-stratified epithelium. Lines the larger excretory duct. It will be lines the larger excretory duct of many glands, epididymis, parts of male urethra, and the auditory tubes. Its main function is protection and secretion. So these are the function of the pseudo-stratified epithelium. So the first layer, the first tissue, it is called the epithelium tissue. So if you're talking about the epithelial tissue, now epithelial tissue, can be divided into two parts: covering lining and glandular epithelium. Okay, let me just revive again. Epithelial tissue first is tissue जो cover करते हैं lines body को. Then divided into two parts: covering, lining, and glandular epithelium. Covering can be classified according to the arrangement of layer and arrangement of cells. Arrangement of layer के according it can be simple epithelium, एक layer की, stratified epithelium, more than one layers की, pseudo stratified epithelium that having one layer but looks like more than one. Okay, according to the cell shape, स्क्वेमस हो सकता है, फ्लैट या स्केल लाइक स्ट्रक्चर हो जाएंगे, क्यूबाइडल हो जाएंगे, क्यूब लाइक स्ट्रक्चर हो सकते हैं, कॉलमनर हो जाएंगे, सिलेंड्रिकल और टॉल, ट्रांजिशनल कॉम्बिनेशन हो सकते हैं. Then these are the sequences there. So therefore you can see there is a consideration. सिंपल, जो सिंपल इपिथेलियम की जो सबसे पहला है सिंपल स्क्वेमस. सिंपल तो होगा, सिंगल लेयर का होगा, लेकिन स्क्वेमस होगा, फ्लैट होंगे. ये कहाँ पाए जाएंगे? लंग्स में, किडनी में, ब्लड वेसल्स में, लिम्फ में. क्यूबाइडल्स वाले कहाँ पाए जाएंगे? सिंगल लेयर के होंगे बट क्यूब लाइक स्ट्रक्चर्स होंगे. Eyes, retina, and the kidney tubules. So this will be simple cuboidal epithelium. कॉलमनर एपिथेलियम सिंपल तो होंगे बट कॉलम स्ट्रक्चर्स में होंगे. GIT, गॉल ब्लैडर, एक्सक्रीटरी डक्ट्स. ओके, देन स्ट्रेटिफाइड एपिथेलियम लेयर. स्ट्रेटिफाइड एपिथेलियम में सबसे पहला है स्ट्रेटिफाइड स्क्वेमस एपिथेलियम. फ्लैट होंगे, बट ये दो प्रकार के कैटेगराइज में डिवाइड किए जा सकते हैं. एक केराटिन होगा, दूसरे में केराटिन नहीं होगा, केराटिनाइज्ड और नॉन केराटिनाइज्ड. नॉन केराटिनाइज्ड वो एरिया हो गए जो वेट एरिया होते हैं, लाइक द माउथ, टंग्स, vagina. And the keratinized are the those in which the keratin is present, like the skin, stratified squamous, cuboidal, like present in the urethra of the male, pharynx, epiglottis, columnar epithelium, stratified columnar epithelium, mammary glands में present होंगे, and then transitional that will having the stretch tissue can be stretched without the damage. ब्लैडर प्रेजेंट होंगे, यूरेथ्रा में होंगे, यूरेटर्स में होंगे. Then pseudo-stratified epithelium. Last one, no? Pseudo-stratified epithelium. Pseudo-stratified, that means having the one layer but looks like more. Pseudo-stratified. So ये excretory ducts में होंगे, glands के, male urethra, auditory tubes, and its main function is the protection and secretion. Now come to the quiz portion. There's several quiz I have put it in the slides related to your tissue. So question number first, which of the following is not epithelial tissue? अब इसमें से कौन सा है जो epithelial tissue नहीं है? Epidermis is there. Glandular tissue. कौन सी ऐसे है जो epithelial tissue नहीं है? The internal lining of the blood vessel. Blood vessels की जो internal lining है, layer है, जो seats है, वो epithelial tissue होगी. Yes, correct है. Glandular tissue है, ये भी होंगे जो gland के जो tissues हैं, वो भी epithelial tissue हैं. Epidermis तो है ही है. So D, dermis. Dermis is not epithelial tissue, so it is incorrect. So answer D is correct. Next question, what are the lysosome, centrosome and ribosome example? किसके example है? Stem cells के, organelles हैं within the cell, sensory receptor है in the dermis या exocrine glands हैं. So it will be, we know it is the organs of cell organelles हैं. So answer B is correct. Next question, which of the following is not an example of the connective tissue? इसमें से कौन सा ऐसा है जो connective tissue नहीं है? Blood. Blood is a connective tissue, we know. Bone. Bone is also connective tissue. Tendons. Tendon is also connective tissue. Then epidermis. Epidermis is not a connective tissue. Epidermis is a epithelial layer. Epithelial cells. So answer D is correct. Which one of the following cell type is found in epithelial tissue? Epithelial tissue में से कौन सा cell इसमें से present होता है? Plasma cell. Moving in the blood plasma, like leukocyte is there. Can it be present in the epithelial tissue? No, leukocyte is not. It's blood cells. Keratinocytes and chondroblast. Keratinocyte, just like we discussed, the stratified squamous epithelial tissue, categorized into the keratinized and non-keratinized. So yes, keratinocyte, answer C is correct. Choose the tissue below that is one of the four primary type of body tissue. Choose the tissue below that is one of the four primary type of body tissue. अब नीचे दिए हुए 4 टिश्यूज हैं, इसमें से ये बताना है कि कौन सा प्राइमरी टिश्यूज है. जो 4 टिश्यू होते हैं, कनेक्टिव टिश्यू, एपिथेलियल टिश्यू, नर्वस टिश्यू, मस्कुलर टिश्यू, कौन सा इसमें से है? एपिडर्मल टिश्यू, एपिथेलियल टिश्यू, इंटरस्टिशियल टिश्यू या ऑसियस टिश्यू? तो यू नो आई ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू एपिथेलियल टिश्यू इज देयर, सो आंसर बी इज करेक्ट. What is the name of the membrane that surrounds the lungs? मेम्ब्रेन का नाम बताना है जो लंग्स को क्या कर रही है? सराउंड्स कर रही है. ए, विसरल पेरिटोनियम. बी, parietal peritoneum. C, visceral pleura. There is a two layer that will surround the lungs, visceral peritoneum and parietal peritoneum, and completely called visceral pleura. So the membrane that surround the lungs will be called the visceral pleura, while dura mater is not here. Dura mater is a part of the brain nervous system. Dura mater, arachnoid matter, pia mater, meninges. So D is completely not. And from A, B, C, C is correct answer. Next question. Which of the following is not found in the plasma membrane? अब प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन से में इसमें से क्या नहीं है? प्रोटीन, प्रोटीन होता है प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन में, प्रोटीन इज प्रेजेंट इन द प्लाज्मा, इट इज मेड ऑफ द फॉस्फोलिपिड्स, सो ए तो नहीं हो सकता। कोलेस्ट्रॉल, कोलेस्ट्रॉल भी होते हैं। एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम एंड फॉस्फोलिपिड्स अलग अलग हैं। फॉस्फोलिपिड इज देयर, यस फॉस्फोलिपिड होगा बिकॉज प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन इज कंपोज्ड ऑफ द फॉस्फोलिपिड्स। एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम, प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन में एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम्स नहीं होते, एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम इन द सेल ऑर्गेनेल्स प्रेजेंट इनसाइड द सेल्स, सो आंसर सी इज करेक्ट हियर। Which one of the following cell type is found in the epithelial tissue? Which one of the following cell type is found in the epithelial tissue? इसमें से कौन सा सेल टाइप है जो epithelial tissue में पाया जाता है? Mast cell, adipocytes, chondroblast, keratinocytes. So D is correct. Keratinocytes, absolutely D. Stratified squamous epithelium having the keratinized stratified squamous epithelium or non-keratinized stratified squamous epithelium. So D is correct. Next question. Choose the tissue below that is not one of the four primary type of body tissue. Choose the tissue under given the four tissue name. You have to choose it that is not one of the four primary type of body tissue. Now these are the connective tissue is okay, muscular tissue is okay, nervous tissue is okay, epithelial tissue is not here, it is osseous tissue. So yes, answer D is correct here. And the last question. Adipocytes. Adipocytes are found in which type of the tissue? Adipocytes are found in which type of the tissue? Muscle tissue, epithelial tissue, nervous tissue, connective tissue. Yes, answer D is correct, connective tissue. Adipocytes are found in the connective tissue. So yes, answer D is correct. Now these are the table here as I listed just here, the location and the function. Like the simple squamous epithelium, their location where it will be present. Already told you it present in the lungs, blood vessels, capillaries. Function allow the material pass through, absorption and filtration will be easy, diffusion will be easy. So these are the tabulated just here. So you can go through the again through it, and it's the same things. In the next class we will talk about the glandular epithelium. अभी हमने टिश्यू में एपिथेलियल टिश्यू को देखा। एपिथेलियल टिश्यू को हमने दो पार्ट्स में डिवाइड किया था, कवरिंग लाइनिंग्स एंड ग्लैंडुलर एपिथेलियम। Now second part will be the glandular epithelium that we will discuss in the second lectures. Okay. Now these are the having the some standard reference book. So you have to go through these reference book, and then you will understand that we are talking about the best things like Tortora. You can go through the Tortora, and you can go through the Belmelinda, as well as some link will be there which I already given you in the several slides. These all will help you. These all will help you, and you can elaborate, you can explain the things by reading through the books. So go and prefer the Tortora, prefer the Robinson Cotrons. You can prefer also the Ross and Wilson is there. Okay, so these are some reference books, so you can go and find the things. So till the next class, when we will meet and talk about the glandular epithelium, till that, thank you so much.